With Aberration coming out for Ark Survival Center, we get the brand new gliding feathered shooting death raptor, the Yi Ling, and we're gonna see if it's actually worth your time to go tame this thing. Now, you'll find these feathered beasts all over the green zone, as you can see from this map. And to tame these, you'll need a few things. 1, some good armor. 2, some plant species Z fruit. And 3, biotoxin. Then once you find the one you want to tame, you're gonna let it shoot you with its feathers, which will do when it's in the air or latched to a wall. Once you have been hit by about 30 feathers, you'll see it by a little icon on your HUD down the bottom right. You now have to pay attention for it to doing its dive bomb attack, and then throw yourself a plant species Z fruit with the left click, hopefully timing it right, because if you time that right, it will land on the floor and you can feed it some biotoxin. Now you can do this with narcotic, but biotoxin does more at 299 torpor. Narcotics does like 125 or something like that. It's not worth it. Once you feed it enough biotoxin, it will go to sleep, it will go night night. Now you can feed it its taming food, which I find raw prime meat was better than kibble, as kibble gave me 10%, raw prime meat gave me the full 90 left on this one here. So mutton's probably the best food for it. Now once tamed, you can go make yourself a saddle at the smithy after reaching level 50 for 65 fiber, 110 hide, and 20 wood, which is pretty cheap. Now for its abilities, you can see the Euro prompt for everything it has to offer, bar the button for the dash, which is C. Also, the only thing I couldn't seem to get to work or understand was the change feather type, but I don't know if this is tied to the new trait system in Ark or something else, or it's just bugged at the moment. But we'll go over quickly what I did get the test. First up was its left click, which is basic bite attack, which is not super strong. Also, the dash can be used on the floor or while in the air once to get a boost in height. You can also latch to walls like a tappy can, no climbing here, but can also use this to reset the dash to get up higher, and you can kind of play this game of latch, glide, dash up, and continue. Now the Yi Ling doesn't have the greatest weight stat in the world, and its glide is pretty slow, so it doesn't compete with the Rock Drake. Next up, it does have its feather shooting attack, and now you can see you have about 200 razor feathers here. They can be shot and replenished pretty quickly, but there's also a bar that will pop above a creature that you're hitting with these feathers, and once that bar is full, you can use the rapture attack to deal massive damage. And like, this is just a max level tamed one, no imprinting, no breeding, no levels actually put into anything, and that's over 1.3k damage to a carcanos, so that's insane. Now these do have pretty meh health stat, something like raptor level, so they ain't gonna be really boss killers, but I did steal a rock drake egg with them, and while it's pretty easy to get down into the red zone and down into the trench, getting out was a bit of a slow drag using the latch, glide, dash combo to try and get out of it, so this ain't the best way to get eggs at the moment. But if you're gonna do this, bring an extra pair of hazmat, because you will lose it before you get out. Now compared to other new creatures we've gotten, I can say these little guys are a fun tame. Takes a bit of grinding to get there with the Z fruit and the biotoxin, and these have some good news to get around the map, can deal some good damage with that feather attack. But once you get a rock drake, you probably leave these back at base. Now we also have Cosmo, the web slinging spider, and you can use that with a wingsuit to get around real quickly. A bit better than the Yi Ling, but if you ain't buying bobs or tails, the Yi Ling's pretty good for a mid-tame travel mount, and with not too hard of a taming method other than the time investment to get the stuff to do it, it's not that bad of a tame and is kind of worth having some fun with. Unlike the Shasta, which I think is the most useless new tame we've had in ASA, bar the the Waste Saw has its uses, but I wouldn't tame one again. So have fun taming these fluffy demons. Make sure to subscribe to help me get to 100k before the end of the year. Bye.